IG got this. We'll see. We're into draft already. Pantheon first ban on blue side. Interesting. So, let's look at the teams here. So, IG sticking to the team they ran the other day. Vici, Xforge, iBoy Hung, Cube. They're actually running a full LPL roster. Vici played this exact roster throughout the year. Theoretically, this should be a really solid series from Vici. With this roster, honestly, they have no excuses at that point. But this is not a roster that is that exciting, so you know, whether or not they can make it happen is a different question. All right, the classic LPL TF first pick here, which I don't hate as much as some other people do. Graves Leona to answer. These guys obviously coming in with a plan of how they want to play out this game. Good, how are you? Yeah, I'm doing okay, mate. I'm just a bit tired. Last day where I have to get up at 7 a.m. You would think Lien is good enough to not have to cheat. He just fucked around with a bug in games that didn't matter at all. I really think that the ban on Lien is ridiculous. Alright, Kindred Ornn. Fantastic rotation. Honestly, I would have preferred Kindred Ornn for IG, but I think a lot of teams are uncomfortable with the Kindred Ornn rotation. The Shy TN rookie Uzi Mako. Can this happen? I mean, I have no idea, mate. I will say Mako would not be the support that I would pick for that team, but that's just me. I mean, could it happen? Theoretically, I guess, but will it happen? It's a different question. Is Tian even a free agent? I don't even know if Tian is a free agent. And I don't think he's looking for a new team right now. Alright, so the Zoe into Twisted Fate is a bit of a weird one. I don't feel like you can punish particularly hard. Like, stuff like the Galio was available. Silas was obviously banned, but I don't know if you can... Don't exactly know how the interactions work, but I don't think you can interrupt the ult even if he does it in front of you. I think he gets out first. But you could still put him to sleep so he arrives to sleep. Either way, so fairly neutral mid matchup. I would say Zoe's going to have push at least in the early game. Puff with the Camille. Oh, not Puff. ZS with the Camille wins top side. To start with, Shun has a winning jungle matchup, but that gets worse and worse as the game goes on. Twitch Rakan from iBoy Hung. That's exciting. Now I'm interested. It's patch 1019. Try and make my... There you go. I didn't realize my camera was covering the patch. I'm just looking at the YouTube, so I'm not always looking at what's on the OBS screen. So maybe I should just watch on the OBS screen, and then I can always see what's up. Let's put this on this side. And this on this side. And then I can just... I'm going to watch it through OBS. That way I can never not know what's going on. Curse, Beishang, Crying, Uzi, PP God. I mean, that sounds like an insane squad. I'd maybe replace mid there, but I'm not a huge fan of Crying or Xiaohu. I think they're both good, obviously, but I don't know. Xiaohu is inconsistent as hell. And Crying, looked amazing when he was playing with the rest of E-Star, but that whole squad looked amazing. And then since then hasn't looked so hot, so. This conversation in chat is exactly why LPL is such a good region. Because you can make these teams and they all look fucking crazy. I miss early spring Easter, yeah, man. Ah, them were the days, man. That was such a fun split, honestly. Easter was so hype. I really didn't know anything about LPL at the start of spring, in hindsight. Like, compared to what I know about LPL now, I felt like I knew LPL decently, because I've done a lot of research, but comparatively. Anyone joining you today? I don't know. I've not seen anyone in chat yet. Hey, Andy, how's it going, man? But yeah, like, spring was just fun. Summer was obviously fun as well, but summer got serious. The spring split is like, I'm excited for spring this year because I feel like you have more freedom to just have a bit of fun, especially towards the start of spring. Like, especially before Chinese New Year, it's not like every game is the end of the fucking world. The teams certainly don't treat it as such, so I think you have a lot more space to have fun. Whereas leading towards playoffs, Hysterics is sitting in your Discord? Oh shit, really? Why didn't you say something, Jake? He's in a game of League. Hi, mate.
Oh, I just realized I'm in your Discord as well. I'm also in a game.
Why you sat in my Discord but you didn't tell me?
I've been here for like half an hour.
Why?
I don't know.
I've not even been live for half an hour.
You?
I've been live for 13 minutes.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Good morning, mate.
Yeah, I'm in Munchables Discord.
Hey, gang. All right.
Good.
Let's see what's happening. Are you watching the game, Saw? Jake?
Hang on. We're in the fight of our lives.
All right. Well, I'm going to talk about this league game. All right. Well, I think in team fights, obviously, Vici has a massive, massive advantage. Double AD carry. You've got Twist of Fate, so theoretically, flanks shouldn't be doable for this Camille. You have Ornn as a front line. You've got Rakan hard engaged, and even Twist of Fate engaged, theoretically, if you need to go into shenanigan mode. Yeah, but like in terms of late game, they've got fantastic scaling. They've got fantastic team fight. It looks pretty good. In terms of like skirmishes and mid game, though, it's all going to be down to how proactive Forge is on Twist of Fate. Because if Forge can be active on TF and help Ikes invade, if Hung can get out of lane and pair up with Ikes to get into the enemy jungle and get marks, take camps away from Shun, that's going to be what this early game depends on. And I anticipate we could see a lot of fights in the early game, not because both teams want to fight, but because both junglers want to take these camps off of each other. Interesting pathing from Shun here, where he's gone topside first, into botside jungle, into topside crab. So they're just going to trade skulls. You can see ZS had push top, and Ikes had push bot, which is why they traded crabs in that way, right? Shun goes towards the top side because he can get support from Camille, and Ikes goes towards bot side because he can get support from his bot lane. So they're just going for the crabs that are, you know, reasonable to them. Nice seeing Scuttle without 1,000 shield. Just play Graves, mate, and then he never has 1,000 shield. The auto attack removes the shield because it's a knockback. Easy peasy. Where is Zika? That's my question. Oh shit, he might get killed? Holy crap, Captain. Oh, you didn't flash for the auto? Dude. His auto was on cooldown, but he maybe could have gone for that. I thought Captain was going for the solo kill then, but didn't quite make it happen. It's kind of stuttery again. I'm just gonna see if 720 fixes that. Wait, why are we not live? What the fuck? Here we go. I swear the quality of this has decreased. Oh, Forge is doomed, man. See you later. Alright, well. They're like, Captain, couldn't get a solo kill? Alright, well, we'll bring the whole fucking goon squad in. Make sure you get the kill. Fuck this twisted fate. Jesus Christ. Well, Captain's ahead, that's for sure. That was nice, though. And it was right after Captain had used his TP, so now he can be punished really hard. Not Captain, after Forge had used his TP. So, well, it was after both of them had used TP, but you get what I'm saying. Forge can be punished here. He is in lane before the shove. That's okay. Captain, you could see him go to the lane, to the river brush there to threaten. iBoy's going for it. Here we go. Puff's in trouble. He's already used everything, though. They can get out of here. Ix is here as well, so nothing else can happen. That's both sums from Puff for an ignite. In goes Forge with the red card. No, Forge. You can't do that, man. Okay, 1 for 1. It looks like they'll just get out of here as well. Ah, Forge. Not like this. What's the format after groups? I think it's still best of 3. And I'm not 100% sure when, but I want to say there's 3 days break after group before the playoff stage, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I want to say playoff stage is like 3 days long. Good flash from ZS, but Cube once again looking good in the off season. For some reason, every year off season looks amazing for Cube. Regular season looks terrible. Cube was really hyped in spring, coming out of Demacia Cup, and then was pretty underwhelming throughout the year. He wasn't terrible. It's not like he's a bad top laner, but in Demacia Cup he was getting solo kills. In LPL he was very much not. And you know, there's obviously a conversation to be had about, you know, the different tiers of those tournaments. The question is, can Cube have that same level of performance here in EST? So looking across the board, I have to say, the lane advantages are basically non-existent. The only advantage in lane right now, if you ignore kills, obviously, and assists, but looking at CS, Camille obviously has a bit of a lead top, but even then, that's not particularly significant, and everywhere else is pretty much even, so. Lane matchups have just not mattered so far this game. Here we go, everyone's grouping for Herald by the looks. Is playoff best of 5? I'm not sure. What's the purpose of this tournament? Money! They're playing for money. I thought more could happen there, to be honest. Especially with Captain not having his proper flash available, but they're fine. Alex gets Dragon. They're trading it for Herald. Everyone went topside to grab the Herald here. Which is a bit of a commitment from IG, but I think basically respecting the fact that this is an organized team from Vici. But I guess, like, when you look at Vici's team, they don't really want to be fighting right now. Like, Twitch doesn't want to fight yet. TF as well, really. TF only wants to get picks. He doesn't want to fight, he wants to pick. He wants to use the ultimate and find a numbers advantage, which you won't find at Herald, especially when IG plays with all of their members. The big issue is this, like, IG roamed up, they traded Herald for Dragon, which personally I prefer Dragon over Herald anyway, but then on top of that, they also lost 2 plates bot. So the 2 plates that Herald gets you have been traded anyway. So now they need to get a high value Herald that actually finishes a tower for this trade to ever have been worth it for IG. I love playing Twitch jungle, even though I know it's bad. It's not bad, dude. In solo queue, it's amazing. Honestly. Alright, Ikes. Let's see what you got. ZS doesn't have flash, but he is Camille at the end of the day. Okay, nice dodge on the ult. But doesn't matter. Ikes has damage, so GG. I think ZS played that reasonably. He probably could have got away. I've seen Camille's get out of crazier situations, but a nice gank coming out from Ikes. Ikes is starting to build a really nice lead for himself, which in the late game, I would give the advantage to Ikes over Xun anyway, just on range alone. So, but yeah, so now we're in a situation where that whole Dragon Herald trade, because that's just been used bot, and it just took the first 2 plates, wasn't even hard plates to get, it was just the first 2 plates. Suddenly that Herald is just whatever, man. Like, it really doesn't matter. They committed 5 members to getting that. IG got a Dragon. They traded evenly on plates off the end of it. So essentially, all that Herald trade did earlier was give Vici Dragon. So, Vici certainly the ones I would say finding advantages in the early game. You can see it slightly in the gold lead. Obviously, they've got the Dragon as well. But I also say that Vici are totally okay with handshaking the early game like this. But there's an argument to be made for IG also kind of not really wanting to do much in the early game, right? Because you've got Zoe's really going to spike hard on 1 and 2 items. You've got Ezreal as well, that realistically 2 items is where it's at. You don't particularly want to be fighting before that. So we could well have a game here where IG just handshake the second dragon as well, just accept that that's going to go the way of Vici. And then third and fourth dragon. Wait, which team did Hysterics say had the best roster in the tournament? I don't remember. We talked about it yesterday. I don't remember. Knowing Jake, it was probably LGD. Yeah, Vici are literally bringing that actual LPL roster. That's what I said at the start of this game. I was like, oh, they're just actually full LPL. Okay. But to be fair, Vici haven't been playing this roster the entire time. I think this is the first game where they play the full roster, if I'm not mistaken. I think iBoy played. Maybe this full roster played? God, I feel like I'm going crazy. I'm not going to lie. I'm getting to a point where a lot of this tournament is starting to blur together a little bit for me. I think it's because I'm getting up at the crack of dawn. I just don't feel like I'm awake enough for a few of the games. Like when you go to school tired, you don't learn anything. Leanne played last series. Well, that won't happen again. XT. Oh, Jay played. Yeah, I remember. So Jake joined my voice chat on Discord before the stream went live, and then someone in chat, I think it was Intact, told me in chat that Jake was there. This is a really nice setup. Holy crap, you're dead, Captain. Oh, maybe he's not. Maybe he's fine. I think he's still dead, yeah. Shouldn't, you gotta get out of there, man. That doesn't end well for you. I actually really like this comp from Vici. It's not totally standard, and that's partly what I like about it, but the pick potential is insane. The team fight is pretty fantastic as well. Like, this comp just feels really nice. It feels like you have a very nice, obvious, easy win condition, which in LPL can only really be a good thing, honestly. All right, there we go. First tower as well. iBoy is getting pretty big here. He might die. Would we say that's worth? He did get first tower and first tower gold. They are getting Herald in the meantime. They're not going to lose a dragon because they already got the second dragon. I would actually maybe even call that worth, even though he died, honestly. He didn't need to die here, but... because you kind of want to send Twitch mid at this point, right? So... having a longer lane, if you send Zoe bot... not Zoe, if you send Twisted Fate bot, it's actually kind of fine. Like, I obviously it's nice for IG to get a kill bot, but ultimately he's still miles ahead, even with that kill. And getting the extra gold for it being the first tower as well is really nice. God damn, I never thought I'd say this, but I'm impressed by Vici. Oh, Forge is going to face check into them. Uh-oh. IG getting desperate. They're doing some cheesy plays. What the fuck? The little crook's only worth 9 instead of 12? What is this? 2020? Jeez. Crooks aren't even orange. What the fuck? What the fuck? Is this even League of Legends? I will say as well, Kindred's got 4 kills. So, analysis be damned. He's just fucking huge. And we've got none of that Poverty Stormraiser that we talked about yesterday with the crit cape. This is a BF sword first Stormraiser. You love to see it. This should crack open mid tier 1 as well. Man, Vici feeling real fucking good. They're in complete control, honestly, and they're in a position where it's actually really difficult for IG to fight. They're not going to be hitting 2 items by the time this third Drake comes up, so IG either will have to play for a pick or essentially have to fight for 4th Drake, which is like, it's either Infernal or it's Ocean Drake, so I don't know, it's just doomed. Oh, it's not doomed, but you know what I mean. It's such a dangerous position to be in when you can only fight for 4th Drake. So we need this Camille to start getting some pressure in the side lanes. Because that's the big advantage, right? That, or one of the big advantages IG's draft has is that they have side lane pressure with this Camille. But the problem is, Zoe doesn't have any side lane pressure. So, I guess they could like 4-1 or something, but they're so far behind on the map that it's very difficult to pull off any kind of split push play, really. Unless you can just buy a shitload of time around a neutral objective. Speaking of which, Dragon's coming up. It'll be up at about 20-ish. So Ezreal did get to his 2 item mark. Zoe just head back to base. Looks like didn't have the gold. So Captain won't be on the 2 items. Still doing a reasonable amount of damage though with GLP and a Needless. You got Graves with a Ghost Blade here. Camille has a Trinity Force. So it's not like the champions don't exist, but they are still significantly behind. Okay. Well, with Puth out of the equation, suddenly this fight. Although, there's a lot less people here from Vici than I thought. That was a terrible ult from Cube, honestly. He should have just saved that. Okay, 1 for 1, but at least it's 80 carry. The big problem is Cube just... If Cube hadn't used his ult, that would have been so much nicer. It's still fine. But like that... Because Hung dies, that's all of the engage gone with Ornn ult missing. It would have been nice to still have Ornn ult, and then even if they do try and threaten something crazy, then you have hard engage to punish. Okay, Forge has spotted Shun. It looks like Ix is just on his way to defend these camps instead of trying to trade across the map. Forge is going to do his best to play distraction. And you can see Ix is just arriving now. He really wants to protect these camps. He's not going to be able to get the Grom, but the defenders Wolves. Also, this Scuttle Crab that's about to spawn topside as well. But it's still a little way off. Ah, they didn't see the Warden Pit, unfortunately. It doesn't matter, though. They're not about to start Baron. Oh. Was that just short or something? I take it back. They are about to just start Baron. Holy moly. I guess Captain was bought, but he has TP. Dude, who is this team? This is not the Vici that played during the regular season. They're so decisive. I will say, as I've complimented them, Forge has run it a little bit there. It was a bold call on the Baron, it has to be said. Especially considering we saw they didn't actually sweep the pit and they didn't have a red ward for the pit. But hey, I'm down for the bold calls. It's not an LPL game without a little bit of it, you know. Alright, so we've got about 3-ish minutes until Drake comes up here. Last one was taken at about 20 minutes, maybe 20, 30 or something. One thing I will say though, with a Kindred and a Twitch, you do burn through this thing real fast. Although Ix is just taking half of his health for no reason here. Dance of Arrows just tagging him. I'm getting to a point now where I'm starting to lose faith for IG. But ultimately, it all just comes down to this next dragon fight. IG have played this very patiently, at least. Knowing that they couldn't fight earlier. And this gold lead isn't insurmountable. They're not in a position where it's like the game's just doomed. But they have been behind the play all game so far, which is part of playing things like the Ezreal, right? Camille's still not on 2 items here. Zoe hopefully should finish the death count before this dragon. If Zoe can get the death count before the dragon, that'll be a very nice turn of affairs. IG. Because God knows they need the damage right now. So I guess we're just gonna ARAM for now. So again, the advantage IG can find for themselves here is with this Camille. You can see ZS is pushing out bot. He can shove this wave out, move back up towards the rest of the team. Someone from Vici has to answer that. Or they could just force a hard engage right now while he's on the bot side and just pick Baolan. So That's the disadvantage of playing the split push, right? Forge has TP, so there's no world where ZS should be able to finish this. Or they could just trade Baron, but it looks like Cube is going to move over. He's just going to actually walk instead of TPing. So, save the TPs. ZS can't do anything. So the idea there for IG, they're not trying, like, that's not an in play from IG to split push. That's the advantage that this comp needs to find, right? You want ZS not to necessarily split push. The reason he was on the tower is because the fight was already lost for IG, so just commit at that point. But what he wanted to do was push out the wave bot so that there was double wave crashing bot side. He can move up while the wave crashes. Someone from Vici either answers that wave or Vici just loses 2 waves and loses a bunch of tower health on the bot side. If someone does answer, IG can find a 5v4. Here we go. Baolan is dead again. ZS is going to find the hard engage on iBoy, but there's a Kindred, so it kind of doesn't matter, and there was no real follow-up. Well, that might be game, because this is going to be Ocean Soul. Unless Shun can find some kind of miracle. Puff's ult is on cooldown. I think this one is fucking donezo, boys. The comp that scales better has won the early game and has Ocean Soul. It is, as they say, giga-doomed. Oh shit, Puff, you are fucking dead, mate. Ike's doesn't have ult. Okay, he's got flash. No collector for Shun. Rookie mistake not building the collector, mate. Hang on. Oh shit. This could go really wrong for Vici. This could be a huge play for IG. iBoy's just off to the left there. He's going to come in on Twitch and clean everyone up. This is the problem. They have fucking Ocean Soul. Look how invincible they all are. They've taken such a beating and no one died. Nobody fucking died. Like, this is how far behind IG were. That was an IG fight, but Ocean Soul exists. So, like, you can't do anything. You don't have the damage to finish anyone off. I'm not even sure if they have any healing reduction on the team just yet from IG. This is going to be Baron now. Again, another objective where it's just like the only way IG can test is a Miracle Steal. There's also no vision right now. Oh, there we go. Control Ward went in from Captain as he tagged him with the Q. Oh, iBoy has the ult on 2. Oh! iBoy just 1v2'd the 2 solo laners there. That was dirty. Does the dot kill him? No, okay. Captain gets out. One more auto. Oh, the brittle timed out. Oh, he got the snipe! The first proc of the ult killed Captain. Oh, no. Oh, God. Well, this is just Vici playing fucking PvE this game, honestly. It was Vici against the map. Because IG just went there. Man. Complete dragon control. They even... didn't they even get the second herald? IG were playing the let's scale up game, but against a team that scales better than them. Feels bad. I don't even know what IG should have done earlier, because I don't feel like they actually won fights earlier, right? Because with an Ezreal, it's kind of hard. Forge could be in trouble, maybe. Baolan's got him. 1v1, baby, let's go. Nope. Nada. Is anyone else seeing stuttering and lagging? Zora's asking in chat. OBS is telling me that my stream is fine, but OBS is not always correct. So let me know if there's issues. I can restart the stream or something in the break. But I will say, I don't have, like... The YouTube feed is not perfect. It's not like... it claims it's 60 FPS, but this is definitely not 60 FPS, you know? But I wouldn't have said it was lagging on my screen, necessarily. Well, at this point, they're just walking it in now. This is a formality. It's a miracle team fight now if IG wins. They're almost 10,000 gold down. Yeah, in goes iBoy. See you later, Puff. Holy moly. I love watching Twitch players. Dude, I want to get excited for iBoy, man. iBoy's the kind of player where it's like, he has been top tier for a long time. And this year we saw like moments of top tier play from iBoy. But we saw a lot of just like mispositioning and overextension from him. So I don't know. I don't know if I can get excited. I don't know if I can get excited for iBoy yet. Off of one game in NEST. It's laggy for you too. Switch on Twitch. The buff is immense. True. Yeah, I don't know. OBS says it's fine. I've not had any drops in the internet this morning, so it should be fine. I'm not sure. iBoy was almost as good as Eric yesterday. Mate. Pretty sure it's the YouTube feed, yeah. That's what I'm thinking too. Well, we only have one series. How are you doing anyway, Medic? We only have one series today. So, with game one going like that, I'm thinking maybe this is a very short stream today. Jesus. Because, goddamn, IG did nothing. Oh, you're all good, man. Have a very nice walk. How is Berlin these days? How's the weather over there? It's got to be pretty miserable, right? Hey, Lilium. How you doing? I'm doing good, thank you. And I'm enjoying preseason. Thanks for asking. How are you liking preseason? How's everyone liking preseason, actually? When's the next round starting? Yeah, about Bathrobes got it, about 10 minutes or something. Today is a warm day, mid-leg between 5 to 15. Okay, so not too bad then. Is it rainy in Germany? Like, comparably to the UK? It's pretty similar weather, right, in Germany to the UK? Just hotter in the summer. I like experimenting with builds. Game's still very snowbally though. Mythic power spike is super strong. Does depend on the mythic though, I will say. Less rain, but more variance. Yeah. That's my experience of Germany, but obviously I've only been... I mean, I've been a lot of times, but only for 1 or 2 days at a time usually, so you don't really get a proper feel for what it's like regularly. You're in Pennsylvania. Mate, Pennsylvania, that's one of the most exciting places to be right now, as far as I can tell. Jesus. Bet that must have been crazy over the last couple of weeks. Although, to be honest, I don't really want to bring up that topic. But even still. What's everyone been playing in preseason? That's my question. Because I've been playing a little bit of Graves bot, I'm not gonna lie. And here's my logic, right? So AD carries suck right now. They just get killed in one hit by everything. So I was like, we still need 80 damage out of the bottom lane. But what if we play like the tanky version of an AD carry, i.e. Graves. As in, i.e. as in, for example, not as in the item. So Graves with Eclipse into Ghostblade / Collector. You fucking one-shot people, dude. It's insane. It is really insane. You just play kill lane bot. But it might be troll. It might be really troll. What's everyone found to be OP? Everfrost Swain. Everfrost seems like it could be... Oh, is that what it stands for? Id Est? I'd never... I used to know what IE stood for, but I wouldn't have remembered off the top of my head. Everfrost seems like it could be a sleeper OP that's not as exciting as some of the other items, so nobody's building it. I think Leandri's is the hyper OP AP item right now. Nash's Riftmaker Kale. Which one's Riftmaker? I'm gonna... Oh, we got 10 minutes on the break, so I'm just gonna do it here. This is the Vel'Koz one, right? The one that looks like Vel'Koz. Oh, fuck off. Your bullshit. Ability power, ability haste, omnivamp health. For each second in combat, fuck off with your fucking pop-ups. Each second in combat with champions, deal 3% increased damage, stacking up to 5 times on maximum 15%. While this is fully stacked, convert 100% of the bonus damage into true damage. Woo! Mythic passive empowers your other legendary items with magic pen. So it's basically like I am going to ignore all of your resistances item. Got it. What's this? Leeching Layer. Gives you Omnivamp. It's a mythic component. Damn, that seems like it could be insane. Imagine that. I mean, Chaos sounds pretty good. Also stuff like Cassiopeia. But you kind of need like Leandri's on Cassiopeia, right? But like here, Silas. Silas with Conqueror and this. The longer the fight goes on, the more invincible he is, and the more he will fucking wreck people. Wallshop.gg. Thanks, man. Oh, sweet. This one's so funny. This one's hilarious. This is maybe my favorite new item. I've not actually played it myself, but it's so funny to watch. This is the same as Righteous, really, but I don't know. Feels new, I guess. I really like the lethality items. Eclipse is insane. Where's the Collector? Have you guys played the Collector yet? This is the best item in the game. Honestly, it's so much fun. It's lethality, it's crit, it's attack damage. Dealing damage that would leave an enemy below 5% health executes them. Your auto does 999 true damage when they're below 5% health. It's fucking hilarious. With Graves, you can auto once, and because it's a shotgun, you'll like triple kill a team fight. It's hilarious. Have you seen the Shy highlights where he's in opposite mode of you and is talking seemingly most OD? Yeah, but that's top lane. That's different. You can execute bottle. Yeah, I saw that on Reddit this morning or last night or whatever. It's so cool. It's such a good item. I think it might be overpowered. I think it might get to a point where everyone's building it. I think nobody has tried it on shit like Lissandra yet. But, like, if you already have enough damage items, 5% health is very valuable. That's a lot of stats that you're just eliminating entirely. Like, if you consider it in terms of, like, what is 5% of someone's health in true damage, that's the kind of stuff you're going to be able to get out of, like, a Kraken Slayer, right? if you're trying to kill an Ornn, like, that might be equivalent in terms of the actual true damage output you get. Like, you can never underestimate true damage, is what I'm trying to say. 5% execute is actually insane. It might be the sleeper OP item of the whole set. It might not even be sleeper OP. It might just be the OP item of the whole set. It's not even mythic. When does the next stage start? Like 5 minutes or so? Yeah, back in 5 minutes. So we're just looking at the items in the meantime. Yeah, the Shy is loving ADC's top at the minute, but the Shy is the Shy, you know. There is Alpha Gaming. Oh, people have linked you, have they? Yeah, Game of Legends. Leaguepedia also keeps a lot of stats. Oracle's Elixir is a good one as well. I'll type them in chat for you. How do you spell Oracle's Elixir's website? I'm just going to Google it. That did not work. This website. There you go, mate. That's 3 websites. I didn't type the whole Leaguepedia, but just search Leaguepedia. Those are three websites that will track players for you. Also, if you're looking at EU West, this is a really good website as well. For tracking solo queue and stuff. Yeah, no worries, man. Sunfire Aegis? Yeah, dude. Have you seen a Mumu with Sunfire Aegis? This is so insane. A Mumu can solo Baron at 20 minutes if he has Sunfire Aegis and Demonic Embrace. This is also sleeper OP. Everyone's like everyone's sort of building this. I don't think people realize why this is so OP. Because it's not just it deals damage and it gives you insane tanky stats. It's so ridiculous. Yeah, you can go Ravenous on range, right? You can go Cogmore with Hurricane and Ravenous Hydra. And Kraken Slayer, for example. Munch, your voice on this mic is amazing. Thanks, mate. Even on a Mumu it works. What, Ravenous Hydra? That does sound terrible, though, on a Mumu. Where is Hydra? Am I blind? That's there. Oh, it's Omnivamp. I guess it's not that terrible, but you're building AD on a Mumu, so it's still kind of terrible, right? Demonic is insanely broken, I agree. What do you think the new anti-tank item of Bruisers? Mythic. Anti-tank for Bruiser, this one. I've not really looked at the Bruiser items much. Stride Breaker, is it? Launch a short distance and deal. This is not it. Oh, 5% armor pen. This has got to be it, right? Your next attack is enhanced with additional 10% and targets max health as physical damage. That's pretty good. Oh, that's Spellblade, though. That's a Sheen proc. Oh, that's really good. It doesn't look broken, he says, very tentatively, because I've not seen it in action. But this might be the item that we all need. With the way that Amumu is right now, with the way Sejuani inevitably also is, and Zac and all of the other tank junglers, this might be the item that we need to build on every champion. Leandri's on every AP champion, Divine Sunder on every AD champion, Kraken Slayer on every AD carry. Bring him down, boys. We're going to be the lumberjacks of the league. 1 minute until the game starts again. Oh, God. It's very possible, with the way that the items are and the way that the game is looking right now, I see it as very possible that we have a very slow meta. Even though, like, lethality items seem like they're really good right now, tank items seem absolutely insane. And whenever tanks are really good, AD carries are automatically really good because they're the only ones with consistent enough damage to actually deal with the tanks, aside from like Lissandra. Lissandra? What the fuck? Cassiopeia? I think it's because I was thinking of Leandries and my brain melted. So it wouldn't surprise me if we ended up having a... It wouldn't surprise me if they essentially nerf the lethality items because they seem insanely strong right now and any AD jungler can build them all. And then post-nerf, we end up in a meta where it's just scaling mages, scaling ADCs, and massive tanks, you know? Yeah, but that's exactly what I mean, Medic. It's crit ADCs are never particularly good against tanks, right? But like, maybe I'm just dreaming. Because it's been so long since we've had like Vayne Cogmore in the meta, but I would love to see it. I actually really adore those metas. Maybe that's just rose-tinted glasses since it's been so long, though. You know? Who knows? All right. Let's get back into it. Draft's going to start in a second. I would love for that to be the case, where Rageblade is like a must-build item on AD carries. Crit is in the bin. Crit is inherently an annoying stat, right? As long as it's not Juggernaut. Yeah, I don't want Juggernaut. I just mean like front-to-back team fighting where you really get to see... I feel like with front-to-back team fighting, there's a lot of like games where you really get to see which was the better team at understanding how the fundamentals of the game work. Whereas faster skirmish metas, like a lot of this year was, quite often it feels like the game was down to which team made more mistakes in the early and mid game. And late game, it was kind of whoever got earlier dragons a lot of the time. Which is, obviously, I'm way oversimplifying that and not really doing credit to this meta, but I would like a team fight meta. But we'll see. That's a conversation for another time. And also, things like Camille exist, right? So massive tanks do struggle in side lanes. So whether or not a full tank meta can be viable is a different question. Because I don't know how the bruiser items are right now, but if there's a Sheen item that is an anti-tank item on top of Camille, you could build that instead of Triforce to melt down Ornns and shit. I don't know, maybe you can't play tanks. We'll see. Who won game one? Vici absolutely stomped it. Giga stomped it. IG basically didn't exist. It wasn't even like a Giga Stomp, actually. That's not even fair. It's like, it was this slow crushing of IG where they just took every single dragon. They outtraded on towers. Even when IG got Herald, Vici got more plates. It was like just slow and steady. Easy clap. All right, well, let's change scenes because we're about to go into the draft. It's weird to me that Nest is in English. National Electronic Sports Tournament. Everything is in Chinese. The sponsors are in Chinese. The language is in Chinese. It's for Chinese viewers. This is the only English stream for it, and yet the title, the name of it, is in English. I don't get it. All right, here we go. So IG on blue now. Let's see if blue is what they needed. let's get a little Prime check as well in the chat. If anyone subbed to Twitch Prime has a sub available. I'm on 96 sub points. Trying to get to 100. Help me out. Rob Jeff Bezos. You're giving him free money for every day that you have Prime without subbing. Alright, Orianna ban, Lilia ban, Nidalee ban. So they are really afraid of Shun. Everyone is afraid of Shun. I just want to reiterate this. For anyone that hasn't seen IG play yet, Shun is apparently... I haven't seen Shun before. I haven't done research on Shun. But every game I've seen him in, Nidalee is a must ban. And Lilia, Graves have been other bans against him. And then he's locked in Kindred every time. Last game we saw Ike's get the Kindred for himself. I think that's what they're going to do again here. I think they're going to lock in. So this is what I was talking about last time. When Vici first picked the Twisted Fate, I was like, don't go Zoe, go Galio instead so you can answer the roams. That's exactly what Vici are doing. And then they go the Kindred to take it away from Shun. And also, they won the Kindred Graves last time. Why not just go for the same matchup again, right? You're going to be confident. Yo, K-Stunner, thank you for the Prime, man. I really appreciate that. I'm grateful for folks like Munch doing this. No worries, Bathrobe. Thanks for tuning in, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate you watching. Oh, they actually went for the Graves. Interesting. So I am curious here. I would love to ask them why they prioritize Graves over Kindred. From what I've heard, it's Kindred favored. Oh. We've got a remake, so maybe we don't have the Graves. Maybe that was a misclick or something. I guess we'll see. Yo, Kobe Woods as well. Thank you for the Twitch Prime, man. That's 2 Twitch Primes. Holy shit. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate that. I'm on 98 sub points. 98. This would be the first time I've ever been at 100 sub points. Which... Oh, I don't know what the difference is between sub points and subscribers. But it says 98 subscribers, 98 sub points, so I guess it's the same. I guess you get 1 point per subscriber or something. Or maybe you get like more points for... Because there's like tier 2 and tier 3 subs as well, isn't there? So maybe you get sub points for that or something. I don't fucking know. I'm not going to pretend to know everything about Twitch. Well, if I was a Chinese caster right now, I would probably know what the fuck was going on. Should we listen in? Let's find out why they paused.
要看，我觉得 VG 这波他没有把卡牌给清掉，又知道你是蓝色方先选，他说不好可能就是硬放。
对，而且 VG 他可能觉得，因为寻他很爱玩南墙，他也许想着 IG 他不会一楼抢卡牌呢。 就说不定他把卡牌放出来之后 ，VG 最后他自己
You have Amazon Prime, but you don't use Twitch.
因为上一把 VG 的卡牌放。
I'm going to stop pretending I know what they're saying. You just have to you connect your Twitch account with your Amazon Prime account, and then you should on whatever Twitch page, you basically where the subscribe button is, there should be a picture of a crown instead of a picture of a star. If there's a crown there, it basically means you get a free subscription. You get 1 free subscription every month if you have Amazon Prime. Is the long and short of it. Yeah, I'm not sure. Don't lose sleep over it. Don't worry about it. If you know, but I will say you are you're not getting the max out of your Prime subscription, dude. My Amazon Prime, I try and get absolutely everything I can out of it because I don't order enough stuff off of Amazon for it to be worth it just on that alone. So I Twitch Prime sub every month. I get I watch a bunch of stuff on Prime Video. I listen to some stuff on Prime Music when it's not on Spotify, which I will admit is rare, but there's a couple of things. Yeah, you can get a discount on Audible if you're into audiobooks as well, I think. It got worse though. It used to be that you had free access to Audible with Twitch Prime, with Amazon Prime. You had Prime Video, I'm pretty sure everything was free. Like Prime Music, everything was free, etc., etc. And then I feel like they made it worse without telling everyone. Like Prime Video, there's loads of stuff that you have to rent still, even if you have Amazon Prime. It's like, bruh. I don't know. Whatever. I'm going to stop ranting now. You don't see the sub button on the phone? I have no idea how it works on phone, man, honestly. I don't really use Twitch on my phone. But I appreciate it regardless, man. Dude, you good. Whoa, Volibear. So... Is that Volibear jungle? That's got to be Volibear jungle, right? I'm not sure. So we've got... Yeah, I don't know what IG are doing right now. Maybe it's Volibear top. Maybe this is instead of Ornn. I just don't know why you would pick Volibear top blind instead of Ornn when Ornn's available. So Vici also don't know what the fuck this Volibear is because they're banning Renekton and Kindred. They're like, let's just like fucking shotgun blast this, spray all options. If it's top lane, if it's jungle, we don't want them to play Renekton into Camille because we'll get fucked. And if it's top lane, we don't want them to play Kindred into Graves because we'll get fucked. iBoy gets Twitch again. He's apparently happy to just blind pick that bot these days, which seems kind of risky, honestly, because now they're against Leona, right? Kalista is going to do amazingly against Twitch. Leona's great in all matchups, but also Leona's exceptionally good against Rakan, which is the support that they ran with Twitch last time. So now they have to play a much more defensive lane with this Twitch. No way do they just lock it. I feel like you could go Tarek, you could go Tahm Kench, you could go Braum. You could even go like Thresh if you wanted. Thresh is really good against Leona. You can Lantern Twitch out of there. So you can play Rakan in a much more defensive manner and just play for Peel here. So they are going to go Rakan. I do think that this is kind of a risky lock-in, but again, they need something here. If you go Tahm Kench or Braum, you don't have anything to set up the Galio. So the reason that they're going for this Rakan is Camille and Rakan can basically just dive into the fucking fight, and Forge can follow up with Galio. Ike's will be there as well as iBoy on the backline just spraying away. But this is two teams that really want to clash. It is Volibear in the jungle. I'm really surprised to see this from Shun. This is not his usual style. He's usually on these carry junglers. ZS should have the upper hand top. Obviously, mid lane is just going to be neutral. It's about how they can affect the other lanes. Bot lane, early, I obviously give the advantage to IG here, but clearly Vici are happy to play into this. But also bear in mind that they could quite happily set it up so that they're essentially getting dived onto, and then they respond with the Galio and everything else. Yo, what the fuck? Muzilla, thank you for the gifted sub, dude. Oh, Bathrobe, you got your sub after all. There you go, man. Sorted. And Chaika Trabant as well. Thank you for the prime. Holy shit, that's it. We're at 100. 100 sub points. How do I share that with you guys? I'm gonna... Hang on. So my screenshot thing can upload to what's the website called? Imgur. Holy shit. We fucking did it, boys. I managed to figure out how websites go. Look at this. 100 sub points. Let's fucking go. Thank you so much, everyone. Honestly. You guys are fucking awesome. That's actually huge. That's a big milestone. Thank you. I feel kind of overwhelmed, honestly. I'm just going to talk about League of Legends. Because I feel a little bit... I don't know. All right. So let's talk win conditions here. Jesus, thank you guys. So I'm just trying to think how these compositions are going to function, because obviously this game is a lot less simpler. Hang on. Less simpler. Great English there. This will be a lot more complex of a game with these compositions than what last game was, right? Because Vici just had, hey, we're really good at scaling. We're really good at front to back 5v5. We're just going to set up for every dragon. And there's really nothing you can do about it. We have great lane matchups. We have great scaling. Like, we win at all points of the game. GG. Whereas this game is much more... So both teams have a top laner that wants to win post first item, essentially. Camille will do a lot better in the laning phase than Jax does, but because it's Jax versus Camille, that statement is in isolation of like these two champions if they were in any matchup kind of thing. Whereas in specifically this matchup, I believe Jax can win it, but it is somewhat of a skill matchup. Captain could be fucked here. This is nice pathing from Ike's. Captain not having flash on Twist of Fate against a Galio is a big deal here. But Ike's might be being too greedy. Obviously, this is warded. Okay, good answer from Vici. But again, mid gets shoved in there, so bad news for Captain across the board here. So let's talk lane matchups first. Top lane is somewhat of a skill matchup. You can use your E to dodge the counter-strike if you're Camille. So the way that interaction often works is it's not just Jax counter-strikes and you E away from it. What you can do as Camille is you can use the stun off of the E. So, you know your Camille jumps off of a wall, right? So Jax starts spinning around, you jump, you stun him, and you off of that stun, you have time to walk to the edge of the range and dodge it. So you can continue the damage trade. You don't have to just stop doing anything as soon as Jax counter-strikes. So it's not as one-sided as people think if the Camille knows the matchup well and can play it well, but it is still Jax favored, I believe. It's a lot easier to play the Jax side of the matchup. Okay, Captain maybe misunderstood this situation. They thought that they had the drop on Forge. They did not. Here we go, though. Jax is TP'd. Oh, good flash forwards. I think Forge is dead as well, right? Okay, has to flash out. Don't go in on this, Hung. You don't win this fight. Why didn't he heal Forge? Okay, that was actually good from IG with the TP, but it does mean now TP advantage for Cube. Cube was quite happy to just stay top and grab himself a minor CS advantage. The fact that ZS used his flash and his TP for that, Shun used his flash as well, and they ZS didn't get a single assist even, is pretty bad news for the side of IG. If Ike's can punish that. You can see Ike's on the top side of the map right now. Actually, Cube is about to get ganked. I don't know why we're looking at bot lane right now. So Cube does have flash here. Okay. Weird flash. I guess his E is on cooldown. Dodge the counter-strike though. In comes Ike's. I think they just want to back away though, honestly. They have a shit ton of minions. So they can be pretty confident. Okay. It's fine. Captain's here as well. Oh, God. This is getting really messy for Vici. I honestly feel like they need to just chill. IG are doing a much better job in this early game of winning out in terms of the actual skirmishes. Like, let me clarify what I'm saying here, because Vici are winning currently, technically. So what's happening is, are they? I don't know if that statement's even true. Vici are kind of trying to ham-fist some plays. IG are responding and maybe making some hand-fisted plays of their own. Vici each time, though, are having someone just farm. So the first time, it was Cube just farming away while all the shenanigans went on mid, and ultimately it was fairly even mid. Then we had shenanigans top side, and it was Forge just stayed mid and farmed while Captain roamed. So IG has had numbers advantage in each of these skirmishes, and the fact that they haven't found big advantages off the back of it is an issue for them, because it means that you can see a CS lead starting to build in the mid lane. And I believe Jax should be winning in CS top lane, if I don't totally misunderstand that matchup. Okay, iBoy's in big fucking trouble here. Oh, they're focusing on Hung. Did Captain not get a gold card? I didn't actually see, but iBoy actually had cleanse, so maybe they were just fine. So another roam from IG doesn't work. It will give them prio for Dragon. But honestly, I think Vici's fine with this, especially since it's a cloud trick to start us off here. Couldn't see the card. I'm a little worried he didn't use a card, but we'll see. Well, maybe there'll be actually there won't be a replay probably. But ultimately, like, look at this huge wave that's crashing. I don't think they can actually dive this. Can they dive this? I guess Ike's is here too. Yeah, they can dive this. Okay. See you later, ZS. Oh, keep tank the tower way too long. Feels bad. That is really bad for Vici, honestly. They invested so much in that. There's a huge wave crashing mid. iBoy is fucking doomed. Oh, no, he's not. He snuck past. Holy shit. Does he get away? Surely he gets away, right? Yeah. Holy. He didn't even have to flash. I can't believe he got away with that. Holy crap. That was cheeky. That was fucking cheeky. I'm becoming a big fan of iBoy's Twitch. I'm scared, guys. I'm becoming an iBoy fan. I'm getting really nervous. So many times I wanted to be an iBoy fan in 2020, and so many times he let me down. He played Cogmore and then he ran it. He was so fed and he just entered mid at the end of the game. He lost them that game when he was the win condition. And now he's played Twitch, and he might be down on CS, but he's against, you know, fucking Kalista Leona. He needs to be down on CS. That is how the lane works. Who has better scaling? Vici by miles. They have a Jax on IG, which is good scaling. TF scales decently as well. But ultimately, you're against a Twitch, you're against a Camille, you're against a Graves. These guys scale exceptionally well. Kalista will fall off of a fucking cliff. Volibear will just kind of be a meat shield and a stun bot in the late game as well. So realistically, the longer this goes on, the more I'm going to favor Vici. Which is more of a matter of how strong IG's early game is comparatively to their late game from Vici. Like, IG should be dominating the early game. That's the most important thing we need to take away from this. Like, all of these trades that have kind of gone wrong for the side of IG, they needed to be going right. They need to be winning these early fights. That massive gank bot that they did, that 4-man commitment bot, the fact that they don't get a single summoner off of iBoy, that he's still just chilling, because Hung is on Rakan, so he's going to be safe anyway. He can just jump to wherever iBoy is. So long as iBoy's safe, they are safe as a duo. Cube might get dived here. Well, Cube will get dived here. What am I saying? It's a fucking Volibear. He might be able to trade. Not quite. Good effort. But that was always going to be doomed. Does he have Herald? Yeah, he does. Okay, well, that's that's bad news for Vici. This is something IG now have very much in their favor. ZS just got all 5 plates. He had to share 3 of them, but I think he's okay with that. ZS is monstrously huge right now. Obviously, he'll get another charge, but it won't be the end of the world. But this matchup just got a lot hot. If this matchup was even before between him and Cube, it is not anymore. Holy crap. I don't know what item he's going to come back to lane with, but it's not going to be pretty. Baolan just used his Ignite here. Hung is still dead anyway. Captain can just ult. All right. So there we go. That's how this is meant to function. That wasn't the perfect example of how it's meant to function, but the idea of Captain just roaming around the map, being able to like force these plays, try and get Kalista ahead. They haven't actually managed to get Kalista specifically ahead, but the way that this team functions is they want Jax to be pressuring in a side lane while they stack dragons. Stacking dragons is the name of the game for IG. fighting around neutral objectives is the dream for them because they can pick with Twisted Fate. They can just win out the team fights with Kalista. They have insane hard engage with Volibear and Leona. And Jax can always come into a team fight. Vici kind of... I mean, they can respond to these plays because they have Galio, right? Galio and Graves are going to be fine in these early skirmishes, but Twitch realistically needs an item or two before he's going to be a huge threat. The fact that he doesn't have Blade of the Rune King is an issue for them right now. Obviously, it looks... Items-wise, it looks like he's ahead of Kalista. Kalista already has Ninja Tabbies, though, so it isn't as simple as it looks like, because that's a lot of damage reduction that she's getting. And Kalista has done that so that she can be more aggressive, because when you look at who's going to threaten Kalista this game, because obviously a lot of people see Berserker Greaves as like mandatory on Kalista, but she's against a Twitch, she's against a Graves, she's against a Camille, all who do the majority of their damage through auto attacks. Galio is not a big damage threat, so she doesn't have to worry about him. The Ninja Tabbies are getting insane value for her this game. Then she'll go Blade of the Rune King, then she'll go Hurricane. It's the same build path for both of them. I would assume iBoy will go Mercs, but in terms of the primary damage items, it's the same build path. The difference is Twitch can then go crit, whereas Kalista can't really go crit. Well, she can, but it's not good. Yeah, this is the Worlds patch. This is 10.19. I'm excited for... I don't know if Demacia Cup will have items, with the new items. I assume so. I mean, TF was a really high priority in LPL before Worlds. So I'm just assuming that priority never died within the LPL. Like within LPL scrims and whatnot. Here we go. This is the combo we're talking about. But Galio can come in. ZS is really chasing for this. He might have killed himself here. He gets one, but he has to dive between the towers. Holy shit. Does he actually get out of here? Oh my god. I spoke too soon. Dude.
Joey.
Hey, mate. ZS is actually a beast.
YouTube or Huya? What's the deal today?
YouTube.
Okay.
The Chew-Yube. Maybe IG can just snowball this, actually.
Dude, you know what's
flash from
Pog?
iBoy, actually.
Noticing that fucking Vici using the full LPL roster.
I know, yeah. They looked really good in game one as well.
Forge instead of Zika is so sad.
Well, just because they're using it here doesn't mean that this will be their LPL roster, right?
No, but it's still sad to...
They subbed a lot, though, last year, so it's not like they just stuck to one the whole time. It wasn't consistent.
They did in summer, though. Forge played like 2 games in summer. 2 series.
Yeah, but in spring, they did swap back and forth a decent amount. It wasn't just like in spring. It wasn't just like Forge for the first half, Zika for the second half. It was like
Zika played like 2 games in spring though.
They played more than that.
Look. Time to look
because they were like swapping and swapping. Oh, this is huge. That is a massive pick. So picks like this are exactly what Vici wants right now because it stops IG's momentum. All Vici want to do is stall. They don't actually want to fight right now. They want to just clear waves, chill, deny dragons, deny heralds if they can. If they could steal a dragon away, that would halt IG's momentum so massively. They win the late game. They do not win fights right now. Puff has his Blade of the Rune King. You got a stacking Rod of Ages. I mean, Captain is not like a big damage threat right now, but Jax is fucking huge. There is no way you win a fair 5v5 right now as Vici. But later on in the game, they look amazing. This is nice, though, from IG. You know that Vici are on Herald, so you take the whole bot side jungle and you pressure the tier 2 bot. iBoy can't defend this by himself. Hung was up there trying to help with the Herald. John might be able to dive this. iBoy's just going to die. Oh, the knock-up does finally go down. Oh, that's a big taunt. Holy shit, Forge, you're a god, dude. What the fuck? Here he goes. Holy shit. Can they finish Puff? Nope. Rip. I got too excited.
That's right.
Maybe they
That's still
overcommitted.
insane, bro.
Dude, they still do it, though. Here's Ike's as well. Shit, this turnaround is fucking huge. Holy shit, IG bit off more than they could chew. No way. Cube's back in the game. Jax is top lane. Can he finish a tower there? Does anyone have TP? I don't know. Damn, this was such an overcommitment. God, Forge stalled for so long. What a beast. And Hung as well. Shout outs to Hung.
Zika played 4 series in spring, to confirm.
Only 4?
He played 4, yeah. Forge played the rest.
I thought it was more than that. Was that including playoffs, though?
Negative. Negative. Hang on.
Fair enough.
Well, I mean, hang on. Vici weren't in playoffs in spring.
Oh, right, yeah.
I was like, hang on a minute.
Yeah, definitely not including playoffs.
I love Forge. And that was
I felt like Zika played more. But I guess maybe they just played like 4 in the middle.
I mean, it was the
I
other way
remember we
around
did a
in-
segment
in
about Forge versus Zika.
Yeah.
And it was like Ike's, Forge, and Zika. Who's the other jungler?
What, Chieftain?
Chieftain, yeah, that was it. What is the Herald doing? The Herald's trolling them. It just stood still for ages.
Actually, what the fuck?
That should have got a charge, I'm pretty sure. I guess not. You can aggro it, so I think that was actually fine. I think Herald is a bit buggy in Spectator anyway. It sometimes teleports and stuff, so I think it's more of a
Spectator mode is
Spectator
still
issue.
buggy. Like, Flash and Herald are still the
Yeah.
2 biggest
This is...
law breakers.
Hang on, let's just... This is kind of dangerous for Vici. I don't really think they should 5v5 right now. Ike's is dead already. Holy shit, the combo on the backline, though. Jesus Christ. But iBoy's just dead. Oh my god. Dude, Forge with these MVP taunts. Everyone just wants to stack
True.
because everyone's pretty much melee. That was way more even than I expected it to be. But like, iBoy, look, his summoners are both about to come off of cooldown. I don't know. 5v5 is exactly what IG wants right now. iBoy is not going to be able to cleave through a team. He doesn't have really any peel. They all dived, and iBoy was just like, okay, I guess I die. I don't know. But I guess the question is, what else can you do instead? Just chill. Clear topside jungle, I guess. Push waves. Maybe try and threaten tier 2 for cube. I'm not sure. We need a color. Okay. Now, the next Drake, they have no choice. They have to fight. But it's worth mentioning that Vici are not that far behind. They are way closer than I would have expected, than is reasonable, honestly. This Kalista has not paid off for Puff, honestly. They have a 50 CS lead, I will say that, but the fact that he's not been able to pick up any of the kills in the fights really fucking sucks for them. The fact that Shun has 3 of the kills, Kalista has none, is a bit of a, just sucks a bit. But again, total gold, only 2,000 down right now. Okay, iBoy has to use cleanse here. Puff's being kind of aggressive. Okay, iBoy, both sums on cooldown again. What did they get out of that, really? ZS teleport they got. TF ult they got. That's kind of it. They used Twitchell and both of iBoy's sums. I don't think that's worth it. At all. Because Vici... Because Cube teleport for this play as well, right? So it's not like you even have a top laner teleport advantage. iBoy sums are so valuable when Baolan is going to be trying to get onto him every single fight, as well as ZS. Like, the fact that Twitch is vulnerable again, and this is off of a play that Vici started, is just, I don't know. That ain't it, Chief. I think they were trying to force a fight while iBoy had Hurricane and Puff didn't. I think iBoy had reset and already had Hurricane, and Puff didn't have Hurricane yet, so I think they were just trying to find a window of advantage there, but I don't know. I think they needed some kind of miracle to actually win a 5v5 there. Twitch only really starts to come into his own on like 3 items, realistically. Okay, well, Vici are obviously feeling themselves right now. Because they're being real aggressive. They're on to Baolan? Okay, Fate's Call forced. We've got to fight. Dragon's not even up, but fuck it, let's fight. iBoy's got a big ult off here, though. This actually could be really good for Vici. Shun's gone way too deep on his own. Oh my god, this is beautiful. Holy shit, this is the fight they wanted. So long as they could CC them long enough that iBoy can get his full ult off, it's unwinnable for IG at that point. If nobody can get on iBoy, the fight is automatically won by default by Vici. That is such a huge gold swing. They're now dead even in gold. If they can get the fucking Baron as well, they might even be able to get mid tower as well. Fuck me, man. Dragon is coming up in a minute. Everyone is going to be up from IG, so we're just going to have a repeat team fight here at Dragon. This is getting really scary for IG now. That was so well played. Look at the way that Vici played this, right? iBoy is just hiding at the back. Obviously, they know where he is because of TF ult, but he's just staying so far back so nobody can engage onto him. And IG know that they have to. They can only win the fight if they get onto Twitch. They way overcommit. I think they maybe should have counted their losses and tried to run or something. But again, playing with this Jax, realistically, you want to be in a side lane, not in a team fight. Cube, by the way, has been sweeping up kills in these fights. He's now got 5 kills for himself. Forge is obviously huge. And now this Drake, I don't even know if IG can even contest this Drake. But the thing is, if you don't contest now, like, IG aren't getting any stronger. Like, this is as strong as IG gets. I guess Jax will get stronger, but like, Kalista, I guess maybe third item is the strongest she gets, but I feel like this right now, this is her comfort zone. The nice thing for IG is obviously they already have 3 Drakes, so if they ever get in a Drake pit, they'll get Soul. But if Vici gets Soul, man, 4 Infernals and Infernal Soul, oh god. I stay up at night having nightmares about that. When I have sleep paranoia, or whatever it's called, sleep, what's that called, Jake? Is Jake gone again? Jake came in, said hello, left again immediately. Sleep paralysis. Yeah, that's it. Sleep paralysis demon. My sleep paralysis demon is Infernal Soul with 4 Infernal Drakes. Oh shit. They might have trolled this. Maybe not. They have unlimited shields. Holy crap, they're invincible. What the fuck? There's nothing IG can do. Holy shit. It's already over. My god. Jesus Christ. Well, You know, throughout the early game, I was saying, like, IG needs to win fast. The fact that they don't have a massive lead is a big issue for them. I didn't realize the turning point was going to be, like, literally 1 second, okay, suddenly Vici wins the game by default. I didn't realize it was going to be that one-sided. Fuck me. Dude, Vici have destroyed IG here. And obviously, Vici, they have a full LPL roster, right? You expect them to win. They should win, ultimately. I mean, what do you even say about this fight? They just tried to get onto the backline one by one. Okay, now they're diving. This could be it. They've stopped the resets. Oh my god, ZS is getting so huge off of this. This is a shutdown on Forge as well. He couldn't even answer. Oh, the shutdown going to Kalista is pretty big as well. It keeps her relevant. Dragon isn't up. Don't exactly know when Dragon comes up. Oh, god, I wish we saw what happened there. We were in a replay, so we didn't see the setup. So we are now getting to a position where in the later stages here, let's talk about what IG actually can do. Because I'm talking like this is just absolutely unwinnable for IG in the late game. It's not, because look at the side lane pressure that they have. They have Jax that can go to the side lane. They have Twisted Fate that can go to the other side lane. In the meantime, your group is through with Baolan, Shun, and Puff. And then you've got an AD carry and 2 massive meat shields. So it's not like it's impossible for them in the late game. Cube can match either of IG's side laners, but Forge can't. Forge can only really match Captain. He definitely can't match ZS. So with correct lane assignments, IG do have a win condition in the late. Wait a second. Hung just got that with his fucking glitter quiver or whatever it's fucking called.
Glimmer
Quill. What's it called?
Gleaming Quill.
Gleaming Quill. I never remember.
Yeah. Sorry, brother. It's like probably his least important
like
ability.
Glitter and glimmer, both are the G words that mean sparkling that come to mind first. Why are there 3 words that begin with G that all mean sparkling? This is an issue that only casters have.
That's true. Getting confused between so many different shit. So much. Holy shit, my English is bad today.
Same.
Ah. Whoops. I don't know. Look, on your point, I was just kind of like listening in. Yeah, you need to bank on like outmatching your opponents, I feel. Oh. Hang on. Or Vici being split up and iBoy being in bad position. Let's go.
Jax has a 1v2. That's his dream. iBoy's dead. Holy shit, IG are going to win the game. Not like this. After all of that. Oh, Vici looked so good. Can they actually still win this fight? Cube is actually massive, you know.
Your boy?
Holy shit. Forge is killing Jax. Forge is going to get better kill. If he can get on Puff, it's fucking doomed. Oh shit, it's the taunt. Oh, he missed the Q. What the fuck?
Doesn't matter.
By the way, Ix is just doing Dragon. Ix is like, fuck the team fight. Fuck my team. I want the fucking Dragon. Dude, if Ix was there, that's just an ace. Also glistening. Yeah, what the fuck? That's another G word for sparkling.
Isn't glamorous technically like sparkling as well?
Yeah, I guess arguably. There's an argument to be made there for a 5th G word.
Glowing.
God damn. Well, they got the Drake. Ix, I feel like kind of trolled that, honestly. I think if Ix is there, they just win the team fight. I can understand prioritizing the Drake, right? Because that is an actual win condition for IG. But if you could still get the Drake if you win the team fight, you know?
Sure.
Oh god, here we fucking go. Spaghetti everywhere this game. If iBoy gets a good ult, though, this is even 4v5, this is doomed for IG at that point.
I don't know.
Oh shit, Kalista got it. Okay, now it's down to the team fight.
I really.
Oh, ZS has got him. It's
No.
That wins the war. Holy shit. Can Cube 2v1 this? He needs to quickly because ZS is coming. Ah! Holy shit, this game is intense. Go on, Hung, 1v2, let's go. This is not... Oh shit, can he actually win that fight? I think he can. Holy shit, let's go, Rakan carry.
Oh my god.
Go, Hung, go.
Oh.
Hung like a fucking horse, let's go. Oh shit, he's actually just gonna die, isn't he? Oh no, the flash, no. Oh.
Still fucking sick, holy shit.
Hung like a mouse, feels bad, man.
Dude, Hung and solo killing people he shouldn't is definitely a thing.
Well, this went from very organized gameplay throughout game 1 and for most of game 2 to just pure fiesta now.
True.
These teams are fucking scrapping and I love it. Poor iBoy playing support Twitch, 1-5-15. Forge is just there like, look at me, I'm the carry now. He's almost full build on Galio at 30 minutes. You love to see it.
Fucking Rabadons as well is such a Chad.
No. Carry Galio. I ain't building no fucking stone plate. I ain't no tank. He's here to win. Oh, this is maybe my favorite game of the tournament so far.
That or the one you missed where I covered you for...
Oh, really?
For your a meeting. That was fucking sick. Yeah, dude. That was actually almost base race. I'm sure your chat will back me up. They have to.
Why is Chinese Dota so interesting to watch? Okay. I don't know when the next Drake is up, but I have a feeling we might have a halt in shenanigans. Then again, iBoy's invisible. He'd love to pop Puff's GA, but this could be in if they go too far. Oh boy. This is tense. Yeah, I might go back and watch that game. Dude, I got a copyright strike on YouTube.
Did you?
Because we watched that fucking clip of UFC.
Is that actually what it's from?
Yeah. I know because the copyright strike is from UFC.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah. It's not like I literally my AdSense doesn't work on YouTube. I need to contact YouTube support. But so it doesn't even matter, but it's still just like goddamn, we watched 20 seconds of clip. The system picked it up. Here we go. As long as iBoy can survive, they're good. There's the cleanse. Okay, he cannot survive. Jesus Christ, get fucking railed.
But
I think that's game, right?
I think that is game, actually. I was going to say but yeah, okay. Because the rest of the comp, like, this is why I don't think, like, Kalista scaling is important, but I actually don't think it's as relevant as it is in other conversations. Like, when you have a full damage Galio, when you have the comp that Vici are running, Kalista's still going to fucking, like, destroy their front and back line. Well, I mean, they don't have a front line.
Yeah, I think also the fact that they're not at, like, 6IM Twitch yet. They're not at Twitch that's going to create the entire team or one-shot everyone just yet.
Very true.
And you've got a whole team that wants to dive with Kalista. So it's kind of, at that point, when you consider Kalista's role versus other AD carries, she capped him with the flash blue card, for fuck's sake. But yeah, like when the whole team just wants to jump in like this, you've got Leona, Jax, Volibear, and Twisted Fate that are all going to jump at the back line. Kalista can do that with them. There's like no other AD carries really, except maybe like Lucian,
Ezreal,
arguably. Yeah, even Ezreal doesn't want to, right?
True.
Whereas Kalista wants to just fucking get scrappy, so it's not as like the falling off a cliff thing isn't as much of an issue when you're not considered to be the most important damage threat in the team anyway, right?
Yeah. Yeah, very true.
God damn, that was a fucking sick game though. Much fight Dana White. Easy clap. Yeah, get it booked, man. I'll talk to my agent.
Dude, I'm so annoyed for you that you got a copyright strike.
Oh, it's fine. I'll edit the VOD so that that clip is removed or whatever. But again, my fucking AdSense doesn't work on YouTube
Dude,
anymore.
at least it wasn't DMCA. I mean, Twitch has gotten so much shit for that.
During the last break, we made it to 100 subscribers, dude.
Let's go.
How fucking insane is that?
Dude. You're the fucking man.
Which, shout out to Andy Zauer and Asphyxium, because they both gifted like 10 subs.
I can see at the top. And Musil. Oh, okay, that's one. Oh, wait, you get a small shout out for giving one.
There's been quite a few. Also, Pepe Tapia gifted 10. Like,
did you change it so it shows you all-time
ago?
gifters at the top or not?
I don't know how. I looked, but I don't know how to do it.
Somewhere in the back. Oh god, I don't know.
I tried to, but I don't know how to do it. Go steal LS subs, dude. I don't have much of a sense of humor about the LS stuff at all. I think it's really shocking.
Ah, it's fucking horrible, dude. I'm willing to say it. I mean, I said it on my stream, my short 10-minute stream yesterday. Like, I threw some
10-minute stream.
stones. Well, because it then cut out
the
10 million times.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, I said something, about the organization. I said it's poor on their end as well.
It's shocking.
I'm not surprised
really
people
shocking.
are commenting on their stuff saying, we're not fans of T1 anymore. And I honestly, I think they deserve it.
Yeah.
You got to step out about that shit. It was abusive. It was disgusting behavior from fans.
The fact that, the fans reacting is like, fans
can react.
Right?
Fans can react. That's, but the way they did it is disgusting. But sorry, go on.
The thing that I have an issue with is not, like, I obviously have an issue with the fans doing what they did, but that's just how it is, right? There's nothing that outrage on Twitter will do about that. But the way that T1 as an org has responded to this, they're like, oh, fan outrage? Well, let's just completely drop LS. Let's also not support him in any way while he's getting all this fucking abuse. Let's also make sure that our moderators aren't banning anyone that flames LS, even if it's homophobic or racist slurs.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to upset the fans.
Now, remember
and at that
as well
point,
that,
it's like, do you know what, T1? You've got your priorities completely fucked. Like, who?
Every time I talk about this, I always say caveat is Ellis could have turned it down because of everything. They could have come to an agreement, but I mean,
no. But it's not about that. It's about T1 needed to step in and ban the fans that were being homophobic, ban people that were in the Discord saying this awful shit about LS, like completely flaming him. And they literally told their moderators that they would be fired if they banned these people.
Yep.
That is not okay. That is really not okay. That is the most regressive shit possible.
It's very much like, from what I understand, very much about the mentality of the region as well. Like, the fans over there are something different, and very much about, like, fans always right, yada yada yada. And I mean, my limited understanding is that I've just peeled 5 potatoes while we were talking about that.
My limited understanding is that I've peeled 5 potatoes.
but I mean, I said it yesterday. I said, like, honestly, like, fuck T1. That's disgusting. They need to sort that out. They need to come out and publicly apologize. And Raz's tweet is so good.
I didn't see Raz's tweet.
Raz's tweet was just like, it was taken lightly. That's all he said. Because in their post, they're like, it will not be taken lightly about, their decision to do all that kind of shit. And it was like, it was taken lightly.
Yeah.
And T1 haven't tweeted since, man. And, like, they deserve, all the stuff below. Like, I'm conflicted. I love SKT for several years, but some of the Korean fans treating LS made me feel ashamed to say that I'm a T1 fan. Absolutely.
I don't know if it's like, the thing is, I don't want to go as far as to say no one should ever support T1 again. No one should ever support these players again. Because obviously, like, Faker didn't do this, right?
No. The players have nothing to do it. Supporting T1 and supporting T1, the team, I think is different.
Yeah, this is a management issue, not a team issue, right? So
completely agree.
There's an extent to which it's like fans will be fans. I'm sure that if it was a Chinese team, honestly, maybe it would have been exactly the same, right? we've seen how Chinese fans can often act. I don't know whether I don't see much point in having a strong opinion about how the fans have reacted, because I don't see any universe where my opinion can have any impact on that whatsoever, right? But we can speak out as a community against the way that T1 has treated LS and has responded to this situation, and hope that other orgs won't do the same thing in the future. So that's my take on it anyway.
Yeah, look, you know, a lot to be said about the org. You know, one of the biggest org in League of Legends history, arguably, or one of.
Certainly the most successful.
Yeah, and if that's the representation, if that's the ideology that they, you know, that they don't have to address something like that, then I don't know what's wrong with them. I hope they get flack, and I hope fans keep pushing it in their general direction so they know it's not okay. Because as soon as fans accept that nothing's going to be done and they're never going to bring it up again, then T1 has won. So,
yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Poor Faker will get caught up in the mess. Probably not. It's nothing to do with Faker, honestly. It's just the team that he's in. Like, I doubt that Faker had any decision-making power on any of this or anything like that. So I wouldn't worry about Faker specifically. But yeah, it's certainly in terms of people stopping being T1 fans because of this stuff, that does hurt Faker a bit and the other players.
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever. I'm gonna go to the bathroom while we're in the break.
Oh no. You gonna run an ad?
True.
Get that money, get that revenue.
Well, they're running ads, so I should, right?
Dude, your ads might be better. It's gonna be about PlayStation.
Is it really? Is it Dark Souls?
Yeah.
Demon Souls?
I'm not sure.
Dude, how do I get it to run Demon Souls ads? I will shill for Demon Souls.
I'm glad we get to look at your created dashboard.
I mean, it doesn't.
Okay.
It doesn't
really show
anything,
much,
right?
does it?
It tells you this stuff at the top.
Look at your followers. You get to thank
100 subs. Look at this.
Glass.
I've nearly got 4,000 followers.
You
Nearly got
do.
40,000. Look how like synced up this is. What the fuck?
You're gonna get another sub in a second.
Exactly 10% of my views turn into followers. I don't know if that's a good percent or not, but
true.
Pog.
That's a very good percent, dude.
I have no idea. Okay, I'm gonna run an ad. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I might even get a crumpet, and then we'll do game 3. How's that sound?
Press it. I can't wait.
I've clicked.
I can't wait.
I've clicked.
I'm waiting.
All right, be right back.
Oh, I didn't get it. Chat, did you get it yet? Kind of just sitting here waiting. So alone. Oh, I got the ad. And it's John F. Kennedy. Oh, and there's a dude from Black Ops 1. I think it's Mason. No, what Mason's for? Hudson. And he's still alive. And then it looks like Tom Cruise. You got Genshin Impact? I got Black Ops. Someone getting shot. Hudson again. Big explosions. Call of Duty. Will this be the one where fans give up? Find out soon. Is COD still shit? Is COD still bad? I enjoy watching Call of Duty World League. That's cool. But nothing contains to like Black Ops 2 or like Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare 2 was a banger. Subs do not get ads. That is true. No. Subs don't get ads. I don't think you can turn them on for subs. I think that's just a rule. Do you guys want to keep talking about T1? Do you want anything else controversial? I feel like I'm the most controversial person in the LPL casting team because I just sometimes say shit that I shouldn't say. Jordan says true, but not stuff that gets me into trouble. I think what I'm saying about T1 is very fair. Now, should a caster have a more neutral opinion about that? Probably. But fuck that. No opinion. Jordan says no opinion. But the thing is, like, I'm never gonna. I'm enough of a robot sometimes. I want to have my opinion. You know, honestly, I think if you're an organization that can't stand up for what's right and understand that like homophobic comments and like slur towards person who could potentially be your coach, then fuck you. You're immoral. Go fix your moral mindset. Yep, I did say fuck T1. You know, okay. Let's clarify. I don't think you know, LPL, the LCK team is fantastic. I still love watching them, right? I think fuck them based on this issue that they haven't addressed. If they come out and apologize, I remove it. Because this is the wrong thing to do. It's so wrong. Bathrobe says a caster should be impartial while casting, but you don't have to be void of opinions about non-game matters. Well, you do and you don't, you know, because your brand outside also dictates your brand inside as a caster. But I don't want to say fuck them generally as an organization. I want to say that fuck them based on this issue. Anyway. Anyway. I think there's ways to approach it and there's ways to not. But I'm not, you know, I'm not very pleased with their response. I think there needs to be more attention placed on it. I'd like to see what LS says when he comes out because it's super important. It's a really important issue. I had someone in my Discord link me as to why LS is kind of off socials. And he's obviously like, he's a dude who's been streaming 24/7, you know, and during the casting time, he was casting, then streaming, and then he was like, all the time he was on air. So, yeah, you know what I'll say? Fuck my Airbnb. That's shit. Fuck my Airbnb. This place sucks. The internet sucks. The bed sucks. I was scratching myself all night. I don't know what it was in the bed. The bed is like a rock. The blinds have stains on them. I don't even have blinds that cover up my whole room. I could be getting changed and someone could use binoculars and see in. The kitchen stove doesn't work. And her little portable stove that's left there, it's not even a Hong Kong plug. It's an Indian plug. I've got to get a converter. Yeah, fuck Lyric too. And, like, the TV HDMI port is screwy. All her stuff is in the storage. It says for Airbnb guest on the wardrobe. It's not. It's full of crap. Bed bugs, maybe. Yeah. The internet cuts in and out. All the time. It's sometimes slow. It's sometimes not. What else have I got? There's no laundry? It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment. It has no washing machine. I have to wash my shit in the shower because we can't leave the apartment. Like, her mail's still getting delivered here. I had to go pick up her mail. I'm like, dude, leave it at the door. Wouldn't leave it. He's like, I have to give it to you. Speak of the devil, we've now got a... Have you got delivery? Oh, okay. You need a mask, bro. Dude, I was just talking about mail and I thought, oh my god, here we go again. Look, Airbnbs are good. The Airbnbs I've stayed through are great. I have not had a bad Airbnb till now. That's the thing. Anyway, what'd you get? He got Shake Shack. He's angry at me. Did I wake you up? Did I wake you up? Is that why you're angry at me? Okay. He's not angry at me. Do you want a hand? I'm not streaming. I'm on Joe's stream. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. If I was streaming, I'd be a lot more controversial.
Game started.
That's not untrue.
No, not yet.
I stand by what I said.
What did you say?
I mean, I said some things I shouldn't, but I'm okay.
You said fuck lyric. Oh god. Not like this. What are you saying on my stream? Are you gonna get me banned?
No, you're not gonna get banned, bro. I was just talking about the LS issue again, and I was just, very strong in my stand. I'm very big about morals. I'm very big about the moral high ground and like what people should do and shouldn't do, and I'll be waiting for that apology to get Munchables banned. Let's say more stuff. Hydrate.
Hydrate. I'm in it. I'm on it. I'm around it. All right.
Anyway,
The crumpets are in the toaster. So that's good. Shit, Doritos.
I have peeled 5 potatoes.
that's a
Now
global
Jordan
approach.
ordered food, but I was going to make him chicken and mash. And now I feel really upset.
Did you tell him you were
I
gonna
wanted to
make
make
him
it a
food?
surprise. It's okay, later for your evening meal.
You can't
that
be.
is your
You can't be
breakfast.
upset him if you didn't tell him you were gonna make him food.
It's a surprise, Joe. I'd do the same for you. It'd be a surprise, and you say, "What are you making?" You'd see me with potatoes, but he was solo queuing, so that's probably why.
Oh god. Feels bad.
What are B&B so you don't rent there? I'm in Hong Kong. I'm in a. Look, I'll tell you after I've stayed here. I don't want to give you my address.
Is the kettle on for tea? Not yet. I just had a coffee,
Dude.
so I'm feeling.
I just had a cuppa.
I'm feeling good in terms of hot drinks right now. Maybe
No,
if we go to game 4 between these two teams in a best of 3, then maybe I'll have a cup of tea. But that seems unlikely.
Nice. Bathrobe's right. I agree with bathrobe. Take a stance.
Yep, agreed completely.
Not stand for
Especially within
injustice. Did you get a
within
beer?
our community. Right, another hydrate. I'm gonna get some more water.
Fancy.
I'm gonna butter me crumpets. Oh, double hydrate, Jesus.
I don't know. I don't know about you, bro.
Right. While I go get my crumpets,
Oh, here we
she
go
can prime
again.
check.
Yeah, Joe, don't worry, bro. I'll get you one of them.
All right, be right back.
Also, chat. I have 420. I have 4.2k, also known as 420 channel points. You dig that? I dig that. Any more games going on? Yeah, bro. IG Vici. Joe said this is the final day of groups. I'm actually not sure. I think there's another day, isn't there? Or no, maybe he's right. NA Scouting Grounds is going on. Do you find it interesting still watching this patch? Sometimes I'm like, I like seeing, like, I'm only here for the individual players, right? I'm here to see what individual players do. Like, seeing Forge in good form, that's great. But realistically, oh yeah, it is the last day. Oh, and LGD beat OMG. Wait, OMG didn't make it out of groups. E-Star didn't make it out of groups. Oh my god. That's so sad. If someone gives him a prime or a sub, he'll be at 101. And you know what? That'll also bother me because I think maybe I am autistic. I need round numbers. Or obsessive compulsive is probably better. Kind of want to see players on the new patch. Yeah, I was watching a tournament last night. Intact was in here doing like a small tournament, and I was just watching. But the thing is, you need like A tier, S tier players on the new patch to actually be interested in what they're building, because otherwise, just troll. Otherwise, you're just gonna get fucking like random solo queue players who are like, oh, I think Trinity Force and everyone is good. Also, Trinity Force Hecarim is it feels good. I mean, of course it is. You getting ratty from being quarantined? Probably. 0 is the only round number. You know what I mean? I didn't get you the prime. Sorry, bro.
Mate, we're here
No one's
100
giving me
today.
a
I'm good.
I'm so... I can't use my card, Joe. I can't use it because it'll ask for a text message.
Oh, God.
And it means I have to... then I have to message my mum and I have to bother her.
Do you want me to buy you lunch?
No, you know what I want? I want to be able to use my card overseas. Fuck you, Commonwealth Bank. Fuck you, Australian banking system.
He talked us out of it because he didn't want 101 subs.
I talked him into it.
I believe you, Muzilla.
So what's your hot? I saw you playing Ashe last night with Blade of the Ruined King, but you went Blade of the Ruined King first, then you went your Mystic. What's the deal?
I figured Blade of the Ruined King is an exceptional laning item.
Yeah.
Bork Ashe was always good first item.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe Kraken Slayer third is actually correct. But I don't know.
You know, my
It's testing.
rationalizing for Mystic first on like pretty much everyone is just the base stats are just so good and the item is just so gold efficient that as a first item, its power is just incredible.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think anyone. I don't think there's any right or wrong answer.
So I think
anyway.
the thought process is, for me at least, Kraken Slayer individually is not that strong without other items, right? Like the power spike on Kraken Slayer is not insane. It's pretty fucking good, don't get me wrong. At least from my testing. And I could be totally wrong on this. I'm not a professional player, right? But
I mean, no one knows anything, dude. Even the professional players are still working it out.
You still spike really hard on 3 items, right? Not on 1 item. So I'm trying to test out. I feel like maybe Bork into Hurricane into Kraken Slayer could still be better.
Have you not tried Gale Force on Ashe?
I tried Gale Force on Caitlyn one time.
Have you tried the net? Have you tried the net combo?
What's that?
It's like as you
so you net
and Gale Force, so you don't actually go backwards. Yeah, and it's like you hit everything. It's just fucking. It's weird. It's like a teleporting Caitlyn.
Yeah. So you essentially can use net aggressively instead of defensively.
Yeah. And I mean, the 3 missiles, like the damage is still pretty good.
Yeah.
Low health targets. Yeah. The only thing is, it gives movement speed. So it's like, as an Ashe, you'd probably prefer the attack speed from Gale Force, so from Kraken Slayer. Then like Immortal Shield Bow is okay. Immortal Shield Bow, I mean, like on most other 80 carries.
I think Immortal Shield Bow is really good on Ashe. Because it's kind of... Immortal Shield Bow, the way I see it, is you do that instead of Bork, right? That replaces what Bork did in lane for Ashe. Because you get the life steal for the lane. You get essentially tankier. And then you can go into Hurricane and I guess... I don't know if you go Rageblade. I'm not sure exactly how it all works, but...
If you build crit, I mean, Rageblade is like, if you build crit and you're willing to...
Yeah, but the interaction between Rageblade and Ashe passive, I'm pretty sure they don't stack. I'm not 100% sure, though.
True.
All right. Let's talk draft here. So, again, Shun having 2 of his best champs banned. He goes for Graves this time. Kindred being ignored the longer the series goes on. They're going with the Volibear again. But this time, obviously, Vici with the wants to blue pick TF, which means Captain this time answers with the Galio. I guess he didn't want to play Galio last time. He wanted to be on a carry. But it don't work like that.
Also just matching to Fate. I mean, it makes sense if you first pick priority, it's just like attacking sides.
This is a really bad matchup for ZS, though. Volibear just get hard-fisted by Renekton. So, I don't really understand the priority on Volibear from this team, especially when it's not flex. Last time, it wasn't so bad because it was a flex between jungle top. This time, it's not. I'm going to assume that that's a Sett support from Hung. But I could be wrong. So here, you probably pick 80 carry. So you can have counter pick for support. So... it's like Jhin is open, Ashe is open, Kai'Sa's open, Meph is open. There's a million different directions they could go. I think Jhin is fine. Good setup for the rest of the squad, etc., etc. Volibear is in jungle, maybe? No, they've got a Graves on the team, so Graves will be jungle. So Volibear will be top. Kind of surprised to see Ezreal, not gonna lie, but oh, it's gonna be Sett jungle. Interesting.
It's okay, you just attack the shit out of top. Well, you have a pretty pretty safe bottom lane.
Yeah, I mean, Sett offers them a shit ton of dive, right?
Yeah.
With Sett Alistar, they can just
Renekton Sett
power
Twisted
fist
Fate, man.
bot, or they can power fist top. They just want to fist people, basically, is the conclusion. And then Tahm Kench is the answer, because they're like, oh no, we're going to get dived. Tahm Kench, quick. We gotta save Puff. Puff's asshole isn't ready for what's going to happen to him this game. But to be fair, they do have a Galio, so they can answer. Did I close the door? I did. It's kind of cold in here. Better draft from Vici. I think they won this. I don't think it's that simple, but I do agree. But we have to keep our eyes on Shun, because he is a carry, and he has Graves. He's against a Sett, which, like, in the 1v1... I did. Zeminance? Sheminance? I don't know if that's a Chinese X or a normal X. How that's supposed to be pronounced.
Chinese X.
In China, X is SH. In the rest of the world, it's like a Z sound. So
it's like a soft Z SH. Like XI is she, not she, is she. Like it's like a soft SH.
It sounds the same
right?
to me, mate. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a Chinese X. Oh.
Listen, right, you know what I'm on about. You know what I'm on about.
Yeah, right.
Well, I've forgotten what the
HSK2
trying to work out what your accent is.
What?
Is it British?
Why am I getting laughed at?
I'm actually Saudi Arabian, if you couldn't tell.
Why am I getting laughed at? What the fuck?
You're not getting laughed at.
HSK2 is what I told people yesterday. I mean, when we're talking Chinese, and Kelsey was like, like a HSK5.
Oh, yeah. You get roasted. Like Keemstar verified. Dude, you've just been roasted by Keemstar. That means you're famous.
That's fine. I don't want to be interacted with by Keemstar. I'll take poverty.
Oil Prince. It's true. Munchables, the Oil Prince. I don't need the subscribers. I'm just going to ask my dad because he owns 4 oil lands. I don't know.
Oil lands. How about refineries? Oil wells. Oil land.
He owns oil land.
You swim, you pick it up, and whatever is on your clothes, you take away as a gift.
Yeah, exactly. It's like how they have those fields where you can pick your own strawberries or whatever. It's like that, but oil. You can pick your own crudes. As you can see,
3 bottles of olive oil.
I'm very much an expert. Can you cook with crude oil? Bet they got some hella chefs
Probably
over there.
not. Let me Google that for you. Can you cook with crude oil?
Definitely not.
Paraffin is a petroleum product, but the oil available for cooking is made from vegetable seeds or animal fat. I don't know if that's... You can also cook with rendered animal fat. I don't know.
Rendered animal fat?
Which vegetable
so it has to be
oil
from a video game.
Okay, so maybe you can. Maybe I shouldn't have laughed at that. Maybe you can.
Can you?
I think because it refers to oil extracted from the earth. That's what crude oil is. Whereas vegetable oil is classified as a food ingredient. Oh, hang on. No, wait.
Wait, hang on. Just to clarify for anyone listening, don't cook with crude oil. Definitely don't. I don't care what Google says on this one.
There's chemicals in it, so
Unless you know otherwise, don't cook with crude oil.
No. I was right to laugh. It can
Fuck you
there's
up.
vomiting. There's vomiting. Yeah,
There's vomiting.
yeah. Probably don't.
I asked the
Don't
doctor.
use
He
crude
said
oil.
there's vomiting. Just unless you want to vom, just dodge it.
Have
you know?
a vom. Have a cheeky vom, mate. Oh,
Tactical chunder.
tactical chuck.
Have you
call it.
heard of the tactical chunder?
I have actually. I think that's a.
I might have told you about it. Have you ever done a chunder dragon?
We just say it's spewing. You're spewing, bro.
Well,
Literally spewing.
If it's a tactical chunder is not just when you're throwing up. It's when you realize that it's doomed, that there's no way out, that you're gonna throw up.
Yeah, you're gonna throw up some way.
Yeah, you know that it's gonna happen, but you want it to be a good night out. So you just nip to the bathroom. You get it out of the way without anyone realizing. You maintain your dignity. Just pretend you had a shit or something, and you come back in ready to fucking booze it up. It's true degeneracy. It's exactly what university is for.
Speaking of degeneracy, oh, there we go. I'm watching through your stream.
Did you ever hear of the chunder dragon?
No, is that multiple people chundering?
No, it's when you're like, if you're in a situation where the chunder is coming, you're not going to make it to a bathroom. Inevitably, your dignity is already sacrificed at this point. It's too late for you. Basically, as you throw up, you like throw up upwards and do like wing motions with your arms, like you're breathing fire, and you become the chunder dragon. And
it's so dumb.
It's the grossest thing in the world. My friend did it at university, and it was the fucking most horrific thing you've ever seen. It didn't really propel properly. It just kind of dribbled down his chin onto his t-shirt.
It's disgusting.
Also, you got to so awful.
Oh my god!
And obviously, you immediately get kicked out.
Of course.
Keepstar verified. Thank you for the Twitch Prime, man.
Oh no, that bothers me so much.
This is drinking culture in the UK, ladies and gentlemen, or at least this is vomit culture in the UK.
I was more talking about the number 101. Just my obsession just doesn't help. But yeah, also that the dragon does also fucking bother me. Nice. Okay.
Wait, you're complaining that people are subscribing to me? All right. How do you ban people on Discord?
I'm complaining that you've got an uneven number of subs.
I do. That's true. 102 would make it much better. Just go full shill at this point.
He subbed to you because he's making fun of my Chinese language ability. That's why.
Let's go, Keem. Okay, let's talk about League of Legends a second here. Because shenanigans are afoot. ZS is getting... You remember earlier when we were like, hey, look at Vici's comp. They really want to power fist side lanes. Well, I misspoke. It wasn't Puff whose arsehole wasn't ready. It was ZS's arsehole wasn't ready. I will say Forge has received a counter fist. But yeah, they're just going to dive him over and over and over and over again. Oh
Joey,
shit, the camera's in the wrong place.
Cam and the sub list.
Yeah, I've got two different
by Hank McLovin.
I did. Let's go. Wait, how can you see who followed me?
Because you had the thing up.
There's a fucking list on it.
Also, this is here's what I think is GG's, because like the reason I liked Vici's comp is a very clear condition. It's just attack top and essentially just like set up Renekton for sides and then push for first herald. Like getting pressure through top and having a Blade of the Rune King Renekton, or at least Cutlass Renekton this early, feels really, really nice in the matchup.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
in a matchup that Renekton already wins.
Yeah, look, that feels like the condition, and then you get your pass into like mid to late with Ezreal and the setup that comes through from Sett. Plus, like Renekton's always going to be that front line in this comp, but I do definitely think that IG have a better advantage late with Graves in the front line there. Plus, their all in is really, really nice. Kind of hard. I actually think these are These are interesting comps because it doesn't seem cut and dry. Or
this is super nice though from ZS.
True.
In response, it's like, look, I can't lane top.
Yep.
Let's just kill Forge over and over again because he's on Twisted Fate and he doesn't have flash. Fuck it.
And that's great because if Forge doesn't ult, if they don't keep sending top or or even like trying for bot, then Vici's comp kind of falls apart.
Can't dive if you're being dived. I guess is
That's
the
right.
conclusion.
Hang on. Let me wash my potatoes that I just cut with a knife. Hang on. I'll be right back.
Put it with a knife?
Yeah, you peel them with a knife.
Right?
Yeah. Don't you do that?
Yeah. It's just funny that you clarified that you didn't just cut them, you cut them with a knife specifically. Like there was any other tool available to cut the potatoes. Yeah.
My karate chop was not strong enough this time around. I'll be right back.
Catch you in a minute. All right. Well, one thing I will say is, once again, iBoy cannot do anything in the laning phase. That was a fucking swag hex flash from a Hug. Right in front of him. It's not, I'm out of here. Catch you. See you in the next one, buddy. But yeah, iBoy's on Ezreal. Hung was roaming. So he just has to farm under tower, which he's safe to do. Oh. This is not good for Vici, but Forge is in here. He's going to stun under the tower. That was nice from Forge, actually. Forge can block the shots. Oof. Oh, that was hard. That was well played, actually. The Q from Shun forced them to reposition, which made it really difficult to dodge the remaining shots. Is Captain tanking? No. That was really well played from IG. That was really, really well played on the dive. So the reason it might have looked kind of int from Vici that they started a fight there. The reason they start the fight is because the dive is definitely coming, and they're like, okay, let's just try and 2v2 before the dive happens. Let's see if we can force something before the dive can be set up by IG. So that's really nice. I have to say, I'm really impressed by the proactivity from IG here. They understand that with this composition from Vici, they can just dive over and over, and they can just force things on the side lanes. So IG are basically like, look, you can't force everything top over and over if we're making plays mid and bot. We have a stronger bot lane than you guys have. We can punish this Twisted Fate in the mid lane as well, because we have a carry in the jungle and a CC bot mid. So, really, really well played by IG to not just to play a win condition for themselves, but to understand what Vici wants to do and stop them from being able to do that. So second Drake is up. It looks like Vici wants to contest, but I really don't think this is contestable for Vici. I don't see a way that they win. Okay, Renekton's going to TP. Here we go. Baolan's stunned. Root comes in. Okay, Dragon's taken by IG regardless, but iBoy really doesn't have damage yet. Baolan will die, I guess. So that's nice. He's buying so much time. Okay, Cube is not the target, guys. What the fuck? Why are they overcommitting onto a fucking Renekton? Okay, well. I guess I was wrong. I guess the strength of Renekton's Sett, even TF at this point in the game, kind of matters. I don't know. I still feel like IG should have just won that 5v5. Baolan's bought so much time. So Forge's positioning is really good here because it pressures Puff so he can't actually get into the fight. You see how IG are kind of just completely split up. So it meant that the fight wasn't really the straight up 5v5 that you want because Puff never does anything this whole fight because he's just zoned by Forge. That was really well played, actually. So fair play to Vici. They didn't get the dragon, though, which is ultimately why they were there. So a little frustrating for them. Did Vici throw that game too? Kind of, yes. It was... I don't know if I'd just call it a straight up throw. Like, IG also played that very well. I don't want to just take it away from IG. But it was a bit of a fiesta, let's be honest. It was one of those games where maybe neither team deserves to win truly, but KX is dead. This is what Jhin offers to a team, the insane pick potential, the follow-up when someone gets into the team. iBoy's probably dead too, right? Dude, ZS is a bit of a beast, isn't he? ZS has been significant every game. Even this game, where he died twice right at the start of things, he is having a massive impact in the game. I'm actually really impressed by ZS. Even though his score looks shit, even though he's down in CS, like, he's still impacting the game. He's still playing with his team. He's still trying to find ways to be useful as a top laner. And obviously he can't 1v1 Cube. Cube is miles ahead of him. But he's facilitating the team's dive, and he exists.
Dude, easily. I mean, them, like, IG playing to mid feels so good. They mitigated so many more losses than they could have had. Like, even if Renekton's like still winning sides as he should. I mean, he's played the wrong king against Volibear.
Oh my god. Cube is 4,000 gold up individually. That is more than his whole team's lead. I was looking at the gold and I was like, it doesn't feel like Vici are that far ahead. I don't understand. Oh, I see. It's fucking Cube. Once again, by the way, Cube absolutely dicked in Demacia Cup last year and then was just pretty whatever during the regular season. It looks like off-season is just Cube's comfort zone. He's just a god in the off-season, guys. That was kind of a hilarious play. They try to find Shud who just zips over the wall. Unlucky. iBoy hasn't completed either of his primary items yet at 14 minutes. That is pretty rough.
If IG win, yeah, there's a tiebreaker. There has to be.
I think it's head-to-head.
Is it?
Hey, Jake, what team... yeah, I think they'll win on head-to-head, right? Because each team plays each other one time, so why would you...
Yeah, it's a single round robin, so probably.
Which roster do you think is the strongest in NEST? Raz is asking.
Oh, God. Well, he's expecting, I'm going to say LGD, but probably not. I don't rate Colt that highly.
He was discussing this earlier. You were in Discord, but I think you were in a game of League or something.
I mean,
so.
I thought it was probably RNG. Like it was RNG at some point, or at least for me, WE when I was watching them the other day. I think they're comfortable answers. Suning don't have any of their A-tier squad, and I really think Maggie's shit. Honestly, I'm surprised they got out of groups.
Maggie had some really good games.
Maggie had some really bad games as well. Let's not forget, dude.
But
that guy, I don't think Maggie.
But we can't judge him on just his bad games. I don't think it's fair to say he's really shit.
Well, look, I'm gonna say it anyway because I honestly don't. From what I've seen, mechanically the man needs some. Anyway, WE.
The counter to this conversation is the fact that Vici is playing their full LPL roster.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't make it great. I mean, their full LPL roster was a hit and miss.
It was
even though
mid-table, they're against LDL teams.
That's why it was a hit and miss, because they could have made playoffs. Both splits, actually, they could have made playoffs.
But they're against LDL teams.
Both. Yeah, but honestly, I think they were against worse teams, realistically, and who made playoffs, and they still didn't make playoffs. So, even though it's LDL teams, doesn't make. I know what you say, but.
Holy shit, Shun is going Super Saiyan under the tower. What the fuck?
Dude, Ix actually just saved the fight. Ix just won the fight.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Ix stopped the hero's entrance and got a 3-man facebreaker. And then finished it off. Ix actually fucking carried that dude. Holy shit.
Sett is so impactful if you can find the facebreakers. And obviously do Haymaker right, but I feel like Haymaker's pretty easy to get correct, whereas the facebreakers, holding it for the right moment when you can pull the whole team.
Sett won that.
I feel like Sett is relatively easy, honestly, in terms of champions at pro level, but so fucking impactful.
Hang on, Raz is saying something. Ike's did just smurf, true. Look, you know why I got excited about Vici in summer and I think spring? I'm not sure if for spring I actually got excited for Vici. Because they look like a team that can make playoffs at their best, but also look like a team that could be bottom at their worst. And why I hate that causality, oh my god, that all.
I think that's like an unfair assessment on Vici when we're talking about them comparatively to LDL teams.
Oh no, I'm saying I'm responding to Raz's comment because he's talking about LPL. In the environment of this tournament, I mean, yeah, it's the LPL roster with Forge in instead of Seeker because it's unfair to say that Forge is the LPL roster when he's played LPL, but in summer he was.
I mean, he's still an LPL player, right? He's still LPL caliber.
Whoa. A lot of fans going to disagree for sure.
What?
LPL,
I don't give a shit what the fans say. He played in LPL for at least a year.
But LPL caliber is different from playing in LPL.
He succeeded in a mid-tier team in LPL. But how is that not LPL caliber? Is he rookie? No, but he's still an LPL caliber player.
Okay, all right. Just because Raz loves Forge. Now, hang on. Let me explain myself. An LPL player is different from an LPL caliber, like the caliber of LPL player. Right? The caliber is saying that they are at that level. Like that is their quality of skill.
So you
I'm
think
saying
Forge doesn't deserve to be in the LPL?
No, but I'm saying he's not. I don't think he's at the skill level of.
Right, that means he doesn't deserve to be in the LPL, right?
Oh, not deserved. Dude, is there anyone better, though?
If he deserves to be in the LPL, then he is LPL caliber, right? That is what that means.
It's... Alright. Well, then Teacher Mar's not an LPL player. Oh, but Teacher Mar still... I feel like he's still lane better than Forge. I mean, okay, this is opinion based.
I wouldn't die on that hill, mate. Teacher Mar, I love WE, but Teacher Mar didn't lane better than fucking anyone.
Well, look. I think Forge was like the worst laner in the LPL. I think Jay was a similar comparison. Funnily enough, same organization. Teacher Mar cannot lane, okay, but neither can Forge. All right. Anyway, look. My opinion is, hey, let's come back.
I feel like you painted yourself into a corner.
He played the LPL, but is he the LPL caliber player? That's a fence. That's a fence. That's a fence.
No comment.
That's offense. That's offense.
Okay, fair enough. All right, well, he's not playing solo queue, guys. He's not playing solo queue. Let's talk about the game. Because it is getting real one-sided now. 5,000 in favor of Vici. They got the most recent dragon. Cube is fucking massive. Also, so's Forge. 333 though. Kind of sus. The most important thing though is they have insane side lane threat from TF and from Renekton, and they also have an Ezreal that's about to get towards 3 items. When he gets the Death Stance, he's going to be basically unkillable. And the kind of big all-in strat that is available for IG here kind of stops existing a bit. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think that this comp from IG can really play into Vici's comp if they play with side lane pressure. I could be wrong there, but even in the 5v5, I feel like nobody can get onto iBoy, right? And even if you get onto him, it's going to take a lot to actually kill him. Jake's moved to Twitch chat to continue arguing. That's what caliber means, Jake. That is literally what caliber means.
Well, time for a Google search then. I'm happy to be wrong. Look, I'm wrong on a lot of things. We know that. Caliber meaning. Caliber is a kind of measurement that describes either the level of a person's ability or diameter of a gun barrel. Your dad might be a high caliber marksman, especially when using his 22 caliber rifle. Caliber describes the level of ability a person has achieved in a profession.
Right.
But you're saying that getting to the LPL
So what I'm saying is, if you're an LPL mid laner and you're middle of the table, not the worst in the league, not the best in the league, you are an LPL caliber mid laner. That aptly describes Forge.
All right. Look, and Raz is pinging me because he wants me to read. No, because Joe said caliber. And I said, no. It was at the start of the conversation. Raz, this time you weren't listening. Versus mid laner who is the worst.
Who said caliber
I don't think
first. It doesn't really matter.
What is it? Anyway, look. I don't want to turn your stream into me trying to prove I'm right. And an argument with Raz, which is not our first and will not be our last.
All right, let's get back to the game because I don't think this one's going to go on that much longer.
That's true.
Baolan has been caught, guys. There's your play-by-play, Mr. Binks. Baolan has died again. It's been said many times, and it will be said many times. Oh my god, Forge is flashing. I don't know about that flash, mate. I don't know about that one. I feel like Vici maybe could have just brute forced Baron there, or at least baited with it, but I guess it's a bit risky if IG does answer, but I don't think IG could have answered. They have no vision in any of that side of the map right now. Yeah, there's Jhin ult just to check the Baron. They definitely could have just forced it, honestly. This is actually a really good fight for IG, but not good enough. This is the thing, right? That's the kind of fight where if the game is a lot closer, IG get back into the game. But the fact that they're already 6k down, they can't actually finish anyone off. Once again, as I said, iBoy is just completely invincible at this point. Nobody on the side of IG can close the gap onto him. It's like maybe they can get a bunch of kills there, but I think iBoy is just free to do whatever the fuck he wants on Ezreal this game, so GG. If iBoy is free to do what he wants, he will win the game. He's the kind of AD carry that is a good player. But there's just a fucking civil war going on in my fucking Twitch chat now between Jake and Raz.
I live for this shit. Hang on.
If iBoy is able to just do what he wants, his mechanics are great. He will be able to carry. It's just he sometimes gets caught out and has some external issues. Not necessarily mechanical issues. It's more down to getting out of position and things like that. I don't think you're winning this argument, Jake.
I mean, look, I'm not gonna. The problem is, it's an opinion. It's an opinion, though. Like, I don't think he's the quality of player.
Based on what?
Based on his performance over a year. He was good when he replaced Rookie, but then I think he was one of the worst LPL mid laners through laning and through his awareness. He played fights so horribly on Vici, especially in Spring. I think it was a massive liability. But I'm saying, he's on the fence between LPL and LDL. And it's all right, first player I'm going to name that's could be better than him is probably Captain, who he's laning up against today. And going through the list,
I
CLX.
I feel like Forge was definitely the better player today.
I think CLX is better. I think CLX is a better mid laner. That's one I could easily state. From seeing CLX on that losing V5 roster, is he better than Jay? Probably not. Don't think many people are better than Jay or worse than Jay.
I think CLX played okay in some games, but Like, I don't know. I don't feel like we've particularly got a good view of CLX in games where his team was literally running it.
Either way, I'm gonna leave it there. I think it's opinion based. I mean, I'm happy to be wrong, but I think it's my opinion as a player versus where he's in the league.
Sure.
In standing, he's absolutely an LPL player. I don't hate Forge. I love Forge. I tweeted I love Forge. I have proof of
Based
that.
on this conversation, you definitely hate Forge.
I don't. I tweet. I love Forge. There's a Twitch video. Don't make me, Joe. Oh, hang on.
I don't care if you've got a link of you saying that you like Forge one time. Like,
I've tweeted it.
I don't care if you've tweeted it.
I tweeted it.
This whole conversation is, I think Forge is shit. Why? Because of results. Okay.
Also, I agree. Stats aren't the be all end all. Stats tell a story, but not the full story.
Oh my god. What just got fucking destroyed. Well, this is the thoroughly anticlimactic end after game number 2. But there you go, that's life, isn't it?
What does IG need to do to win? Well,
yeah, I don't know if win conditions is the conversation right now, mate. I think this might be doomed.
yeah, look, a good discussion to have.
Well, if Emperor from Vici just jumps onto the fountain,
then IG get another turn.
Like another 3 times, maybe. Oh my god, watch IG win this fight now. Just because Vici want to kill instead of end the game.
So Baolan and Puff are eliminated. Oh my god.
GG.
Join the chat just to heckle Jay.
You always heckle me. Even in my own stream, you heckle me for my gameplay. You're a heckler.
Riley's a heckler by trade.
Dude,
have you seen him on Twitter? All he does on Twitter is just make videos of himself heckling people.
Heckling and then NBA memes. All that stuff. But to be fair, when last year, 2019, he was, it's still 2020. Last year when he was on LPL, he used to show me like clips from NBA and like the commentators there and like personalities, and that was enjoyable. That was actually really cool. I think balance between sports casting and league casting, like in styles, is something he does well. I'm complimenting him now after this conversation. Oh god.
All right. You're going to do knockouts too? I certainly will. I don't know when knockouts are. I'm going to find out, and then I guess I'll tweet it. So I guess follow me on Twitter if you don't already.
Then, yeah.
That's my Twitter. I'll tweet the schedule once I know it. Cool. With that, let's see who's streaming and host someone.
I'm going to give you hang on, let's have a look. Munchables is streaming.
Medic and Cagewell aren't streaming right now.
Well, do you want to give it to an OCE Pro Season 11 jungler?
No.
Wow. Dude, what is that? Oh my god, Joe, what was on the recommended? They were big.
Yeah, I saw that. That was the Twitch front page.
Dude, give it to Midbeast. I don't know. Oh my god. Who's that person?
I give it to Wicked, dude.
Who's that person, Joe? Oh
Dude,
my
let's host
god.
Finn. I like Finn. Wait, I'm on the wrong page to be able to host him. Hang on. I need to do it off of my OBS, I guess. /host Womsterfin.
Wouldn't it be a scary time to be a DJ on Twitch with all the DMCA?
Not if you're playing your own music, because you have permission to play your own music.
Someone's playing a remix of Disco.
Holy shit.
We can't chat for 30 minutes. We've been roasted. Alright, cheers guys. Catch you later. Yeah, thanks for watching that, guys.